podcast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. Let's go to Chad, where the Prime Minister has resigned. Chad's Prime Minister Success Masra has resigned just over 2 weeks after his defeat to the incumbent Idris Deby Itno in the latest presidential election. Chad's Prime Minister and opposition leader Success Masra sent in his resignation on Wednesday after President Idris Deby was confirmed as the winner of the May 6th presidential election. Before the initial announcement of the results, Masra claimed victory, alleging that electoral fraud was being conducted. Chad's election body said that Deby Itno had won the election outright with 61% of the vote, and the Constitutional Council later confirmed him as the winner. Masra acknowledged the council's ruling and said that there were no other legal means to contest the results. Masra, a staunch opponent of the military junta, was appointed prime minister of the transitional government in January, 4 months ahead of the poll. Those in Chad, let us know your thoughts. Let us know, are you surprised that he resigned? And also, who do you think will be the next prime minister for your guys' president? And also, congratulations to him. Let's go to the Caribbean. And there we go to Dominica, where they show support for Cuba. The Caribbean island of Dominica has called on the United States to reverse its listing of Cuba as a state that which sponsors terrorism. Dominica says that there is no evidence of state-sponsored terrorism being supported by Cuba. Last week, the United States said it had removed Cuba from a short list of countries it alleged that were not cooperating fully in its fight against terrorism. The United States stated that the recent cooperation between Cuba and the U.S. is one of the reasons why its previous designation was deemed no longer appropriate. Former U.S. President Donald Trump designated Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism just prior to leaving office. Dominica is the second Caribbean nation right after Grenada this year for calling for and ending economic sanctions of Cuba. Those in Dominica, let us know your thoughts on your guys' government having the back of Cuba. Let's stay in the Caribbean and look towards St. Lucia and the Bahamas, where they win tourism awards. This week, the Bahamas and St. Lucia were winners of the Caribbean Destination Resilience Awards at the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. The award is given to the destinations with a deliberate focus on resilience, as indicated by their commitment to address some or all the developmental goals highlighted by the United Nations. The Bahamas clinched the award in the large island tourism destination category. The Bahamas Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Chester Cooper, told reporters that he was happy to see the hard work of the government and stakeholders being recognized. St. Lucia outshined St. Martin to receive the award for the small island destination category. Richard Moss, the senior sales manager of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, said that a lot of hard work went into bringing the island's tourism to what it is today. Those in the Bahamas and St. Lucia, let us know on how you guys feel getting your guys' resilience awards for being tourism destinations. That's pretty awesome. Let us know on if you work in the tourism industry in both islands. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere.
New release of the Spring Summer Collection. Visit www.mccadero.com.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from the country of Sao Tome and Principe. What's going on, you guys? And it reads, a stranger in town is like a white dog. He gets noticed immediately. Once again, A stranger in town is like a white dog. He gets noticed immediately. Sao Tome proverb. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime that you're the new guy, you're getting noticed. But let's even take it a step deeper. When you are somebody that has, okay, for instance, I just started, well, not just started, but recently, within the past few years, I became a face now in the DJ MC industry, the nightlife industry, and I was noticed immediately. Sometimes with good intentions and sometimes with bad intentions, but nonetheless, individuals, they took notice of me. Hey, I've never seen this guy. I've never heard any of his mixes. I've never heard him on the mic before. So what you need to do, well, I guess there's two ways that you can go at this, right? You can either try and go the, hey, I'm going to try to be everybody's friend route, which a lot of times it can backfire, or you can say, who cares about everybody? It's just about me. And then, you're pretty much just trying to, you're going to cause a rift towards individuals that feel that you're coming for their spots. Whichever way that you do it, just know that you're a new face. There's never going to be a time where people aren't going to notice you. There's somebody that's pretty close to me that always says everybody's always watching, especially when you're new. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. Woo! Guess what? Today, as you have read the title, is the day of the 300th episode of Kush News. Woo! First I want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys that tune in Monday through Friday. From episode 300 to episode 1, look how far we came. Recently at a wedding, I was told that this show is boring. Somebody was like, your show is boring. What's interesting is that since that person has said that, 4 episodes since then, 4 different episodes of Kush News have hit 1,000 views and above. And as you know, Kush Combos TV, this YouTube channel, it has many different series programs: Kush Connect, Kush Cuisines, Kush Combos Podcast, and Kush News are the only videos, the only episodes that are to hit 1,000 views. So it's really interesting. I said to him, if it's boring, it seems like a lot of people like boring. He never apologized for it, but that's how men are, I guess. And especially men with ego. But nonetheless, I want to say thank you. Thank you again for tuning in, because you don't really have to, but you're getting your news from one source, one source here in Kush News, and we bring it to you. Also, thank you to Godwin, our field journalist affiliate of Kush News in Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you for all the hard work that you do. For those that are watching in African or Caribbean nations, if you want to be a field journalist affiliate for Kush News, please reach on out. You know how to get a hold of us. The information is in the description box below. With that being said, let me stop yapping. It is 300 episodes. That's right. We always, do a little something whenever we hit another 100 episode mark. And why not the 300 episode mark? I know this is the newscast of the African diaspora, and of course that includes the Caribbean, right? So without further ado, DJ Cadero, take them away.
Hey, pull up, sound of bombs and the place a pull up. Sexy girl, now me can't get enough. Girl a good on by that me love. I murder when me step in at the club. Selector to the top in at the soul. Music a bombs and lyrics by the tons and the high grade sent from above. We tell them watch out for this, watch out for this. Watch out for this, I my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but she want not for this. Yo, me nah miss number 1 funny list. The girl them a twist waistline can't resist. Watch out for this, I my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but she want not for this. Yo, me nah miss number 1 funny list. Mash up the place. Oh my. them can't resist. Hey, sound turn up in the place, so me glad say me in ya. When good music a play, say me glad say me in ya. Kill any sound violate, say them a go get murder. Girl, them a bubble and a wine, so me glad say me in ya. Me go the hardest, yes, me go the hardest. Man a real general, the rest of them a novice. Step in at the place, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Till me woke up at the forest. Hey, now me friend them a girl is graphist. Girl them know say me a the smartest. Up in your face, say the grades it a place. You know you know fi f*** with the hardest. Hey, watch out for this, this. Watch out for this, this. Watch out for this. I did my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but she want up for this. Yo, me nah miss number one funny list. Mash up the place. Hey, watch out for this. I did my.
All right. For Kush News, I'm Ochanda. For 300 episodes and beyond. We'll see you soon.